Alright, boys and girls, this is gonna be our week 4 first look video. Just a little bit to get y'all taste buds wet. You know what I'm saying? The blueprint, right? The blueprint to victory for this slate is written on the wall. You got a lot of high-powered offenses against a lot of terrible defenses. It's the same thing like when we play MLB DFS and we play good bats against bad pitching. Same format. Don't focus on ownership. Focus on getting points. Fire up the offenses going up against the bad defenses. You can look at the ranks on DraftKings and FANDUEL. That's fine. They're somewhat correct, but you're going to want to do your own little research. You could go to like ESPN or some other app and check the rankings so you can actually you can see like passing defense, running defense, stuff like that, so you can make your own decisions on who you want to play or not play. But just to solely go off this could be a little bit misleading. Hurts, for example, Hurts against Tampa Bay. Philly's like 5th or 4th in passing yards, 3rd in offensive rushing yards. Tampa Bay ranks at the bottom in both. You're playing Philly. You know what I'm saying? Fire up Hurts. Mahomes always in play. Chiefs always in play. Damn, I didn't think we was going to talk about Kelsey so early. Let me just check the Chargers defense real quick. Hold on. That I don't have on the top of my head. Chargers defensively, they're pretty good. They're pretty good on paper. But the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, so Mahomes, Rice, their backup running back. I'm probably not going to get to him, but he's going to be in play for this slate if you need value. Where are we? Kansas City. What's happening? Where's Kansas City at? Oh, I knew that. Okay. This is just for example. I'm not going to do this with every team. But Carson's still 5,500. Carson, right? Yeah. So 5,500. Rice, Worthy. Schuster got a little bit of love, but he's not somebody that I'm going to jump on. Let me see. What did he do? 3 targets is not bad, but I'm not going to get to him. I know I'm not going to get to him, so I'm not going to pretend. Hurts. Mahomes. Steele. Rice. Worthy. And I'm off for Kelsey for now until he finds himself, if he could ever find himself. 5 targets. 30 yards. 7 fantasy points. Nah. We're going into week 4, my guy. So yeah, like I said, you want to focus good offenses against bad defenses. Kansas City will always be in play, but Chargers have a better defense. I don't got to look up Jacksonville. You know their defense is atrocious. Fire. I'm going to absolutely have a Houston stat going. Murray against Washington. Yo. I don't care what the ownership is. I'm going to have parts of that. Burrow, Cincinnati looked a little bit better. Got smacked by Washington. This should be a good shootout. Carolina with their new chief, Andy Dalton. We'll get to him shortly. You're going to fire up Burrow. You're going to fire up Higgins. You're going to fire up, what's his name? My brain going numb. Chase. You're going to fire up Chase. Who else do we want from the Bengals in a stack? Burrow, Chase, no, hold on. Cincinnati. Zach Moss, Chase, Higgins, Yasovas, Jazeki. Let's see how many targets he had. 5 targets. So his targets are looking decent as far as us being in Cincinnati. Sometimes with tight ends, you got to see how they mesh with their quarterback, but he's getting those are the types of targets that I'm looking for on my tight end. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for 4 and up. 5 is better. I'm not looking for 10. You're not going to get 10, 12 unless they're like the upper echelon of tight ends. But you're giving me 4, 5, 6 targets and up. I'm fine with that because all you got to do is fall into the end zone with a few catches and you paying that off. So I'm not worried about that. Moss against Cincinnati. Against Carolina, you know what I mean. Carolina isn't doing too well against the rush, so Moss is absolutely in play. Okay. Burrow, Daniels. I guess Daniels caught the world by storm. Everybody has all eyes on him. He's going to be absolutely popular on Sunday, as he should be. Having stacks going both ways with Murray as a quarterback and having a stack with Daniels as a quarterback, both of those work. Fire them both up any way you want to slice it. You want to do Daniels naked with Arizona receivers or pass catchers, fine. If you want to do Murray and a Washington receiver and a Arizona receiver, all of it works. Baker Mayfield against Philly. I'm going right. I'd go right back to Mayfield and his boys and his receivers. I don't have no problem with that. Richardson against Pittsburgh. He's in the player pool, but I'm not gonna get to him in my lineups, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna get to anybody offensively from Indiana, to be honest with you, because I have so many other great, spectacular plays where it doesn't involve Pittsburgh. You feel me? Aaron Rodgers. He looked better. He looked decent in New England, like showed glimpses of his old self. But there's still a lot of quarterbacks that I want to get to before Rodgers, and those defenses aren't as good as Denver, so I'm not going to get to Rodgers neither. Love, I can see if he's back. He should be back, no problem. Purdy, I don't think I need Purdy. Carr in a stack, absolutely in play. Cousins, I don't mind it. I'm probably not going to get to it, but Cousins is in the player pool. Lawrence, no thank you. I don't want nothing to do with Trevor Lawrence. I don't want anything to do with the Jaguars, to be honest with you. 38 attempts, 21 completions, 178 yards, 10 fantasy points. The week before that, 13 fantasy points. Week 1, 11 fantasy points. There's so many other quarterbacks with higher upsides. My man Darnold, it's funny how I made a video, and first thing in my video was I told y'all to play Darnold. Gave me this whole story about when he was on the Jets. And my dumbass still ain't play him. Anyway, if he's healthy, good to go. Play Darnold. Pair him up with his stud. Double J. You know what to do. This ain't rocket science. Caleb Williams against the Rams. He's in the player pool. I'm probably not going to get to him, but he's going to play against the Rams. 52 attempts. 52 attempts. You know what that means? That means that they're throwing a lot. Ding, ding, ding. 23 fantasy points. He doesn't play rushing upside. Caleb Williams, I don't mind Caleb Williams. If I end up playing a lot of lineups, I'll probably throw him in one. But Caleb Williams is in play. Stafford. Y'all know what that deep breath means. That deep breath means I have some love for you, but you're probably not going to make my lineup. He's in the player pool. Herbert, we got to see what his injuries look like. Fields against Indiana, he's playable. No Watson for me. Every time I look at Watson, he's getting his face slammed into the grass. No Watson for me. Fields is in the player pool. Dalton is in the player pool. Y'all saw what Washington just did to Cincinnati. Dalton has to be in the player pool. You're gonna pair him up with his main guy. I always try to do everything off the top of my head. Deontay. Can't think of his Deontay Johnson. So you're gonna pair him up with Deontay Johnson. I think he had like 12 targets to Deontay Johnson. That means that he's comfortable throwing to him, and just continue being comfortable throwing to him. And Deontay Johnson is not priced up yet. So a Dalton and Johnson's mini stat is absolutely on the table. I'm gonna probably cut it off there for quarterbacks because I'm only gonna probably get to 3-4 quarterbacks. I'm not gonna give y'all 12 guys and that I'm not gonna be playing. I don't operate like that. But I gave you more than enough guys in the player pool for a first look video. Running back, Barkley's absolutely in play. Very expensive as he should be. If you get enough value, you're gonna have to shove Barkley up y'all asses. Pause. Hall's always in play. Taylor's in play. I was upset I didn't get to him last week. Kamara's always in play. Robinson, Kyron Williams is in play. No ETN for me because, like I said, I'm done with the Jaguars. If Mixon is back, we're going to lay off Akers a little bit, so we're going to see what Mixon looks like closer to the end of the week. Mason is too cheap. Fire him up at 67. Jacobs, Connor, Jones, Dobbins, player pool. Stevenson, Robinson, White, player pool. Moss, player pool. Eckler. This next tier running back, if they're your last player in, fine. But I'm not going to be doing, cartwheels trying to shove in, Chuba Hubbard in my lineup. You feel me? Eckler, Hubbard, Ford can play. Carson Steele is the one you want to get to be honest with you. If you want to spend $5,500, $5,600, $5,700 for a running back two, you're gonna want the one that's filling in for a running back one that's gonna get most of the touches. You feel me? The rest of these guys, I'm not gonna really be looking at as of now, and we got Akers on the back burner just in case Mixon can go. Jefferson and Darnold sounds good, looks good, feels good. Friday asses up. Brown, I guess we'll get information on him later on in the week. Him and Smith, we'll group them together as we'll see what's going on later on in the week. See if they're playing. I like Chase again with his quarterback Harrison Jr. absolutely in play against Washington. Devontae Adams, I got to see what's really going on in Vegas before I want to play him because I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think right now, but whatever drama's going on in Vegas, I got to see what's really going on with it, and like whatever narrative is going on in Vegas with that team. I want to get to the bottom of that before I waste my spot on Devontae Adams. Because if he's checked out and he doesn't want to play, or he's in his feelings, I'm not going to play him. More and more, we're seeing these guys in their feelings, not wanting to play, and wanting to cry like little bitches, and that affects their play. And we can't afford to be playing these bitches in our lineup. So I gotta see what the narrative is in Vegas. Rice is absolutely in play. Collins due for a big game against Jacksonville. Jacksonville is trash. Evans, Wilson always in play. Godwin always in play. Fire his ass up. Moore's in play. Diggs is in play. Olave is in play. Ayuk and Jennings are in play, even though Jennings isn't on the screen yet. London's in play. 3 targets week 1, 7 targets week 2, 9 targets week 3. That's what you're looking for, progression. 3 fantasy points week 1, 17 week 2, 3 18 week 3. That's what you're looking for, progression. He looks a lot better than he did before. Fire his ass up. Cooper and Keenan Allen, we'll see what the status at later on in the week. Reed is in play. Higgins is in play. I don't really need Pittman. I don't need Pittman. McLaurin's in play. Worthy. You could take a shot on Pickens. I'd rather get to Deontay Johnson, 5,600. Jennings, I spoke about briefly. Shaheed is due for a bounce back game. And the rest of these 5K guys, none of them really jump out at me, to be honest with you. As far as the mid to 5Ks, Johnson, Jennings, Shaheed. Mayors, I got to see what's going on in Vegas, to be honest with you. Because I don't want to recommend somebody that I know I'm not going to play. I'm not like that. Tight ends. McBride is absolutely in play. Naked or in a Arizona stack. I'm going to fade Kelsey. If I regret it, like, I'm just going to make a stand on it. I'm not going to stand on the middle like, yeah, Kelsey might. Fuck Kelsey. Give me Bowers. If Kittle could go, like, if he's healthy, give me Kittle. Goddard. Now, we got to pay attention to Brown and Smith, because if both of them are out, Goddard looks sensational. If one of them is out, Goddard looks very good. So we'll see what's going on with that. So put a star next to Goddard and wait for news. Pitts, to take a shot. Njoku, we got to see what's going on with him. Ingram, I'm not sure if I want Ingram, even if he's healthy. I played a lot of Ingram last season. I won a lot of money with Ingram last season. So it's very disappointed that I can't use him this season, but we'll see what happens later on in the next coming weeks. Komet, we could take that shot. Komet and Caleb Williams. Now that I think about it, doesn't seem too bad. Hunter Henry's in play. I don't think I want Ertz, to be honest with you. I really don't. He's in play, but I don't think I'm going to get to him. Fair move. You could take that shot. Parkinson, you could take that shot. Jazaki, you could take that shot, because I like his targets. And Strange, if Ingram can't go, then Brenton Strange is absolutely in play. $3,100. That'll be one of my value pieces right there. So listen, we're about to go to FanDuel. I got a couple players picked out for you on FanDuel. We'll get to that in like 20 seconds. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you've been playing NFL last couple weeks, it's not working out, you're wasting your money, you want help, you want me to send you my finalized optimal lineups right before lock, no problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open, and if you any plan you pick, any tier that you play that you pick for a package, I'm gonna throw in MLB, because MLB is almost over anyway, so you'll get MLB too, because we're still playing MLB every day. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to FanDuel. We got a couple guys picked out. So you heard me earlier talking about my little Arizona stack against Washington. Kyler Murray, very obvious play. Marvin Harrison, you're gonna pair him up with him. Nothing. No rocket science there, right? Shakir, my little value piece. That sounded a little crazy, right? Pause. My value piece. Baltimore's giving up a lot of passing yards. Shakir, Shakir. I'm just looking for targets. 6 targets. 3 targets week 1. 5 targets week 2. 6 targets week 3. That's what I'm looking for. So I like Shakir as a little value piece. I said little again. Wow. I don't mind Shakir. I don't mind Strange. Whatever value piece you can throw in your flex, spend up in the rest of your spots. You want to play Josh Allen again, you can. Like, there's so many ways you could go on this slate where you don't need to go crazy because it's all written out for you. All you need to do is pick the right value piece and hope your players don't get hurt. And that's going to be your path to cashing. Listen, you guys are wonderful. I'm going to go in and get out of here. Hope you had a sensational Tuesday night. Hope you had a profitable Tuesday night. I'm going to go in and get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Ciao.